Morning, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Afro-Scientific Spirituality. My name is Efe West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place where I separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be doing a movie review on the movie called The Book of Clarence. This is a movie that came out early this year, January 12th, but it was acted last year, 2023. It's a very nice movie about religion. This is a movie that was acted or enacted to portray the role of a Messiah, or how to become a Messiah in this lifetime. It's a very interesting movie which I will consider a parody on Christianity, and I'm not sure a lot of hardcore Christians will love this movie, because this movie takes a view on Christianity from a very alternate and a realistic perspective, a fresh perspective, if you will agree. This is a movie that talks about how the Roman Empire came into being, how they were after any kind of authority or anybody that tries to usurp their position in the area of oppressing other people, subjugating other people, taking away people's rights. The movie was apparently set in the year 33 AD. This is supposed to be during the time of the supposedly life of Jesus Christ, the fantastic, unrealistic personality of Jesus. It was actually a time when the Roman Empire was in full-fledged power, whereby they were going out and colonizing other lands. And this was supposedly set in around Jerusalem, and there were people living in those places. It's a place whereby African people was already living in. Okay, this should be somewhere they now call the Middle East, which we all know are parts of Africa that were cut out of Africa, or rather were stolen from Africa. So the background of the movie was set and casted with African people. So you're going to find out that instead of seeing a lot of the so-called Bedouins and Arabs that people will like to think in those places in the past, you see African people. So quite naturally, the Africans living in this area, they were under the control of the Romans as at then. And this was a time whereby the Roman Empire from Rome was trying to create their own religion and their own godhood. The motive or the mission of the Roman Empire was to subjugate any other religious belief that will take people away from, that will take the mind of people away from the authority of the Roman Empire. So during that time, in that era, we have people calling themselves messiahs, people having their own view, their own worldview, their own ideology of of spirituality and how the world is supposed to be like. And they call these people messiahs. There are people like Jesus, people that have their own philosophy, that are trying to spread their own philosophy, grow their own movement or their own communities, or you can say their own religion or cults or sects. So these people, most of the time, they have to claim that they have supernatural power, which is the role of any religion. For you to be like a messiah or to promote any religion, you must claim some sort of spiritual power. You must claim some sort of spiritual authority. You must be able to convince people that you are a powerful person. You can do miracles, signs and wonders, and your way is the right way. So the Romans was also doing the same thing, but what the Romans were doing, they were actually using force, the force of violence, to portray and promote their own authority. And this is how Christianity came into being. For according to the Romans, they believe that they have their own ideology which they want to propagate, because if people are allowed to grow their own ideology, they will not be able to control them. So the Romans was making sure that any opposing ideology must be destroyed. So anybody calling himself a kind of messiah or a kind of leader, the Roman Empire is looking for those people to kill and crucify. And this is exactly what the Roman Empire did in history. And that was why Christianity was able to spread to every part of the world. When they came to Africa, they do the same thing. They destroy our indigenous spiritual systems. They desecrated it. They stole whatever they can carry. And they destroy whatever they can destroy. And they push their own Christianity onto us. They went to America. They did this to the Red Indians, to the South Americans, to the Mexican people, the Aztec people. They did the same thing to them. They went to Australia, they did the same thing. They went to Canada, they did the same thing. This is how religion, especially the Roman religion, went on all over the world by violence. So the Romans were pushing their own Messiah, claiming that a dead person is God and you have to believe in this person, you believe or you die. So this film was talking about how different messiahs were treated. And at the end of the day, the Roman Empire won the day, because they were the ones that have the most, they made use of the largest amount of violence to propagate their philosophy. So the film is essentially a kind of roadmap on how to become a messiah. Okay, there are things you need to do. You need to first of all believe in yourself. According to this movie, the protagonist was the only one that was able to see the reality of things, and his name was Clarence. He saw through the BS of religion, and he understood what the Roman Empire was doing. Although people did not respect him, they called him a non-entity, a nobody, a worthless person, and he was the only person that had clarity in the movie, because he can see exactly what is going on. And he knew that religion is fakery, and this guy believed that God does not exist. The society saw him as a misfit. They saw him as a outcast. They saw him as an irresponsible person. Okay? So he understand all these things. So he knew that, okay, for me to survive in this society, I need to be like them. I need to follow them. And I need to declare myself as somebody that is a reputable person. So what he did, he first of all got baptized. And he tried to become a Christian. Of course, he was rejected. Then he started his own movement, and he became very, very successful. Of course, he did this the same way every Messiah did their own. They use fake miracles. They have a message. They have serious followers and people that believe in them. And he did some great works. The film is a very interesting movie. I don't want to give everything away on this video, but it's an interesting movie that you need to watch. It will give you an alternative view of Christianity, and it will teach you how to become a messiah practically. It is easy. You have to believe in something, especially yourself. First of all, you have to get a message. Then you have to have claim to some sort of spiritual authority or power, and you, of course, you must do miracles. Your miracles, people need to see them, and you need to get a lot of followers and do some good work in the society. He did all these things, and he became a messiah at the end of the day. He helped his family. He freed all the slaves in the city, and he was ready to do more things until the Roman government caught up with him. The Roman government, as you know, they were looking for every messiah had there to crucify. So it was just unlucky that they got him, and they had to crucify him. Irrespective of his spiritual power or nothing, the Roman Empire does not want anybody to challenge their authority. So they got this guy. At the end of the day, he was crucified. Okay, but during the crucifixion, he still believed in himself. He could have been able to escape. He refused to escape. He could have been able to fight back. There were people that were willing to die for him. He refused. Probably he didn't want anybody to get hurt, or he wanted to really prove a point. to the end, and he got crucified, and at the end of the movie he rose again. So this is a movie that have some points that we can really learn some lessons from it if you open your eyes clearly to this movie. The movie centers on belief and knowledge. When you bring knowledge, you bring belief together. Knowledge is much more powerful. Okay, knowing something is better than believing in something without evidence, and he was able to prove this in the movie. And this is something that a lot of people don't understand, especially in Africa. Then he also understand the myth of God. We are all created in the image of God, quite naturally. We are all agents or children of God. So we have the same capacity as God. So we have the ability to solve our problems. So the first thing you have to do is to believe in yourself. This film stressed on believing in yourself before anything else. When Clarence discovered this principle, he acted on it, and he became unique. Even in death, the belief that he had in himself still carries on. This is the same belief that the Roman Empire have in themselves, to push their ideology all over the world with extreme violence. And they are still here today. Today, we have the Roman Catholic Church in every country in the world. The Roman Catholic Pope is still the most powerful man in the world today. People literally worship the Pope. Of course, a lot of Africans, they see the Pope as a good man, but they didn't know history, because the Roman Catholic Church makes sure they don't teach the world history in the educational systems. So people still see the Roman Catholic Church as some sort of good people. They don't know that they are the most evil people, the most hideous people in the world. The way they're pushing their belief all over the world with extreme violence, to this day, people still go to the Roman Catholic Church, still give money, still worship them, still pray to them. I have a lot of people that are members of the Roman Catholic Church in Nigeria, and they will die for this church. These are African people that have no idea of the history of the grave sins that are committed by this church in the time past, that are still being committed. Till today, we have the largest case of scandals of pedophilia carried out by the Roman Catholic Church all over the world. Yet, this church is still standing. If it's another organization, I believe governments would have shut it down today. Why do we have millions of people being sexually assaulted by priests all over the world, and they still call this place a church? And we call this place a pedophile court. Okay, there are so many crimes that the Roman Catholic people and the church did in history that people are not talking about today. So real history needs to be taught, needs to be revisited, to showcase the crimes committed by this church in the time past. And this film clearly exposes how the Roman Catholic Church was very serious in stamping out any other kind of ideology that is against their own philosophy. They're just out there, they have spies in every sect, they have Judas, they have different people going around searching for any kind of Messiah for them to crucify. Immediately you declare yourself a Messiah, you are dead. The Roman soldiers will come and they will crucify you in front of everybody. This is how Christianity spread everywhere in the world, by extreme violence, and of course by the Romans. So what does this tell you? If you believe in yourself enough and have power to willing to do anything to push your ideology, people will accept it because they want peace, or they will accept it at the fear of death. So this is what the Romans did to push their own philosophy. You enforce it by violence, and you can get yourself a religion in 300 or 200 years or 2 generations. Then the film also stressed about believing. Anything you need to do, you must believe in yourself. This is very important. A lot of people don't believe in themselves. You have to believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, you can work miracles. So any spirituality you practice in, first of all, you must believe that it will work for you. You must believe it is the only way. You must believe that whatever you are doing is what needs to be done. And this is very important. We can see this in the life of Clarence, how he was able to change his life. Even when he started his ministry, he was so strong in the belief system that people actually thought he was a god. He did some good work with the money he had. He didn't just keep it from himself. Of course, he still go to town. He was merciful. He was kind. He was fair. Some people will even say he was better than the Roman government, in the sense that he was not trying to enslave people. He was trying to make people see the truth. But for him to convince them, he need to also trick them, to let them believe that he has some sort of spiritual power. Same thing that the so-called Jesus Christ did. And of course, we have a version of Jesus in that movie. We have so many Jesus. And all of them were also doing the same thing. Okay? Even the so-called Jesus in the movie that had claim to spiritual power, he could not do many of the things that Clarence did. He could not free all the slaves in the town, but Clarence did that. Okay, he could not let people see the truth about reality, but Clarence did that in the movie. So we can see that belief goes a long way. Believing in yourself and having the capacity to do things well, it can actually make you do greater than so-called other people that we don't see today. There are a lot of people in the world today that have done many important things better than the so-called Jesus. People that are created inventions that are helping people today. These are things that are much more than what the Jesus Christ did in the Bible, but people do not even recognize them. But of course, once again, you need to believe in yourself. Very, very important in this movie. So this movie is a very interesting movie, and I don't want to give too much away, but if you are somebody that is anti-religious or you don't really like them, you're going to love this movie. It's a funny movie. It's entertaining. It takes you back to the Stone Age of so-called Christianity, and with a modern day twist of reality. And there's a lot of African actors, a lot of big names in the movie. You're going to love this movie. And it's funny. You're going to hear real African accent in play. They were even speaking pidgin English in some part of the movie. It's so real and down to earth. It is designed to make people see the folly of religion. I will say this, it's actually designed to bring clarity to the issue of religion. It proves that anybody can be a Messiah. And you don't really need to follow somebody. You just need to believe in yourself. This is the moral story of the movie. And what it has is to give you clarity. You need clarity. How do you get clarity? You need to be down to earth. You need to pay attention to your environment. And of course, you need to be free-spirited, of course, quite naturally. And all these things will help you in your quest to achieve your own physical immortality in this lifetime. Believing in yourself is more better than believing in anybody else, even if what you believe in is you call it BS. One man's food is another man's poison. One man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist. This is the way it is. But if you want to achieve greatness in this world, you need to believe in yourself. This is the moral story of this movie. So please try to watch the movie. And it's interesting. It can be a Christmas movie for you if you have not watched it before. You can watch it with your family. You can watch it with the people that are so-called extreme religion, so that they can see a mirror of themselves in their own stupidity and vanity. Because this is all what religion is. Vanity and stupidity, hypocrisy, pretending to be better than the next person, while you yourself is worse than the next person. So you're going to see all this played out in the movie. It's a very interesting movie. And I love the movie. It makes light of heavy subject matter. This is how somebody explained it. And there's a lot of big names in the movie that you're going to like. And I believe Jay-Z was one of the producers of this movie. And this movie will generally appeal to those Hebrew Israelites, those my African brothers that claim that the Hebrew Israelites. This will kind of show them a snapshot of what they will look like as Hebrew Israelites. Okay, so I don't really believe in those Hebrew Israelites nonsense. I don't really believe in mainstream religion, as you will know. So I don't plan on going to heaven, by the way, too. So I just take life the way I see it, and quite naturally, it is what it is. So please try to watch the movie, The Book of Clarence. and you can get it anywhere on the internet, and it's a good movie. So this is my own take on the movie, and I give it 100/100 for cinematography, costume, the wordings, the message, and everything is interesting. A lot of religious pundits will not like this movie because it makes light, it makes a mockery of their so-called Jesus Christ, and it's a mockery of this Messiah. The Messiah is, I will consider it as somebody that has no value. The only power they have is the power you give them, which is your attention and your time and your money. That is the power your Messiah have. So you should be your own Messiah. Okay? Spirituality does not have Messiah. We don't have middleman here. So our own way of doing this is different. We believe in direct connection with divinity. If this message I was talking about is set in the 33 AD, I believe the Romans will also come for me because it challenges their authority. Even till now, the message we talk in African spirituality challenges and exposes the evil of mainstream religion. So Christians do not like people like me. They see us like agents of Satan because we expose them with the reality on ground. So Christians don't like this channel, and certainly I don't expect them to like what we say here in this place, because we don't support the evil they are doing, and we don't believe in any Messiah. So we believe in salvation is personal, saving yourself. So this is where we stop today. Questions or comments are welcome as usual. Please like and share this video, and of course watch the movie. If you have not watched the movie before, try to watch the movie, and I would like to know your opinions about this movie as well. Okay, it's a very interesting movie. So please hit the notification bell, and even if you hit it, you still need to be coming back again. My notification bell do not work on this channel. For whatever reason, people don't receive it. So they don't want people to watch my channel to be aware of what is happening. So if you come across this channel by accident, you need to be bookmarking it and coming back again to watch it, because if I do video, people do not get it. It's so funny like that here. So I think I will go from here today, and I thank you very much for watching. Then of course, if you have not gotten my book, you need to get my book. This book is called Whispers of Amente, Pathways to Ascension, for people that want to know about how to ascend to the realm of the ancestors. This book contains some guidelines and writings and rites that will help you connect you to the ancient Kemetic ancestors. It's a very powerful book that will balance your scales, we balance your karma, and we bring you up to page with our African deities. Okay, you don't need to travel to Egypt or come to Nigeria. Just get the book. Not expensive, hardcover book, just $100 plus postage, $50. You have this powerful book. It also has 50 spells in the back that you can use for other things. Okay, so get your copy now. Then if you also want to know how to do spells, this one will help you. Walking in the Shadow of the Gods is a very good book that will help you, teach you how to do spells as well. Then if you also want to know about quantum physics and African spirituality, this one will also help you too. Takes all the noise from religion, take all the noise away from what is African spirituality. You will know the interrelationship between quantum physics and African spirituality. It will help you in so many ways, and this book is designed to elevate you, to give you your own spiritual conscious identity, and let you know what is happening in the world today. Then if you also want to learn about African spirituality, I have a 6-month program where I teach it from the sciences to the history, metaphysics, and everything you need to know about spirituality. You can contact me. If you also want to do your oracle tarot divination, I do that. You want to buy your spiritual items, soaps, meditation beads, your precious stones or miracle stones, any kind of herbs you need, spiritual ointments, I sell all those things as well. And apart from that, I thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.